Hey, good afternoon. This is RockinRobin, and in today's episode, I'm going to talk to you about sports jerseys, the types you should look for, things you should avoid, types that are bad, all kinds of things. If you sell sports jerseys or you want to sell your sports jerseys on eBay or Poshmark or wherever you sell them, we're going to give you some good advice. So stay with us. We'll be right back, and we'll talk to you about sports jerseys, my favorite. Welcome back. If you're new to our channel, I want you to know that we are RockinRobin's Garage Sales. Thanks for being here. Make sure you subscribe if you like us. We have been selling on eBay for over 20 years. We sell almost from the beginning, and I've been selling in flea markets for a long time. First I sold in Connecticut, and now we are in Florida, and I sell in Florida. Right now we're not able to sell, but that's okay. Sell in Poshmark. We sell on Facebook Marketplace. So we sell in 4 different areas. So we're able to get out a lot of merchandise and sell a lot of merchandise. Now, I don't have a warehouse. I used to have a warehouse and different things. I've scaled down a little bit when I moved, but who knows? You know, I have storage units and I put a lot of stuff in there. So we have a lot of sales. We've been selling a lot this month. April has been the best month we've had in a long time. So today we're going to talk about sports jerseys. Now, you might see the sports jersey that I have on, and this is a Patriots. I'm a Patriots fan. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about jerseys. Now, there's several different types of jerseys, and it doesn't matter if you're selling NHL or NBA or college or, you know, whatever, MLB, NHL. I don't care. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. This first jersey is Derek Ware from the Dallas Cowboys. Now, some jerseys will have just a team, and you will find the team here. The team usually is on the sleeve. And you'll find the maker here. This is Starter, which is a good name. And this one has Wear on the back. Now, sometimes you'll find them with just the number and the number 1 and different things. Those are good as well. They don't have to have a name on the back. Sometimes ones without a name on the back are better. Especially I find college ones, because unless you have a college player who turned out to be a huge player in the NFL or wherever, nobody necessarily will want that player, but if it just says like 1 and Tennessee, you have a better chance of selling it. Now, you want to look for players who are still playing. Those are worth the most, but vintage ones sell well as also. So I'm going to tell you, you gotta know the names, and you can look them up. You can go to a garage sale or Goodwill and say, I don't know who this is. Let me look this player up and see what they're selling for. Now, this one is not stitched. It's good quality because it's a starter, and there's some MLB brands and NHL brands and NFL brands that are good. And there's some that, if you haven't heard of, I don't know what to do with those. But it's in good condition, you can see. And I only paid $2 for this, so I am selling it for like $40 on eBay and Poshmark. I sell on both, but you never know what you're going to get. Now, the best quality ones are stitched. Now, this is a sample of a stitched. If you can see right here, it's the names have been stitched on Marlins. Now, this one does not have a name on it, but if you get one with a name of either a vintage player, and some big names in the past, maybe Joe Montana, things like that, where people who are Hall of Famers, Dan Marino. I have a beautiful Dan Marino one I got for $7. It's huge. It's like a 3X, but it's huge. But it's stitched. If they're stitched like this, then they're worth more than if they're flat printed like that. So the stitched ones are worth more. I have a Tom Brady one that I bought, and I bought it for myself, and I bought it maybe 5 or 6 years into his career, and I bought it for like $150. If I bought it brand new, it would have been $250. I bought it used for $150. It's probably not worth as much now because he's at the end of his career, but it'll be worth a lot again in 10 years. So, you know, you want to look for Hall of Fame players if they're going to retire or going to retire, or you want to get players that are going on. Those are worth more. Players who are not still playing are worth less unless they're Hall of Famers. But you still need to look for stitch. It doesn't mean don't buy them, but you can spend more money and you'll get more money when they're stitched. I'm going to show you a couple other varieties Now, I consider this a sports jersey. It's not really a sports jersey. It's a Pittsburgh Steelers sweatshirt. Now, these will sell as well. They don't sell for as much as jerseys. I mean, this one is a nice one, and it's like the heartbeat of Steelers. And I think a Steeler fan will really like that. I haven't put it up because I'm not going to put it up till around Christmas time, or at least August. And, you know, they're going to be warm in this because it's got that. But these sell as well. Not as good as a whole jersey and a stitch jersey. I mean, there's like 3 or 4 different senses, and you go up. The first one would be something like this, would be the lowest amount if it's a t-shirt or a sweatshirt. Then you would go to something like this that has, it's not stitched. Then you go to the stitched. Those are the higher prices. The prices depends on what you have. And the name, you know, you can find some vintage ones with the tag. This is Gildan. I don't know. I don't think that's vintage, but who knows? And it's pretty good. Now, I have another one I want to show you. This is a Le'Veon Bell, and the thing is, I got this for $4 at the thrift store. The thing with this one is, Bell has been kind of a controversial player, and now he's with the Jets. He's still playing, I think, but he was playing with the Jets last year, so Steelers fans may not be happy with this, but they may be happy with it in 5 or 10 years down the line, depending on what he does, if he goes to the Hall of Fame, or if he comes back to Steelers, or if he says something good in Pittsburgh, or becomes a coach. And you can see this one has the NFL logo on it, so that makes it valuable as well. It has his name. It has the nice Pittsburgh over here. I have maybe 20, 25 different jerseys that I'm selling, and I sell 2 or 3 at least a month. And I try to pick them up right now. I haven't been able to pick them up because of what's going on. But sports jerseys are something you should always look out for. Don't overspend unless it's hand stitched, or stitched, doesn't have to be hand stitched, stitched, and it's a player who's playing right now and he's a big name. Don't spend more than $10. You can spend up to $25 on a really good player, but I wouldn't spend more than that because, you know, you have to sell them. And then you have to be sure that they're adults, because a lot of times you'll find youths and children's, and they're not as much worth as much either. So you have to be careful what you look for. You have to go on quality, you have to go on name, you have to go on if it's stitched. Those are the things you're going to look for when you go to sports jerseys. Now, there's also vintage ones. I found some vintage Dwayne Wade, and it was worth a lot of money. You're going to find a lot of vintage shirts from players that are really big names that are worth money, and maybe the design is different. So you're going to have to look them up and remember they're worth something. And if you think that they could be valuable, they're not sure, start it at a good price, but do an auction. I usually don't recommend auctions, but if you're not sure of the price and you don't want to sell it for, say, $50 because you think it might be worth $100, but you're not sure, you can put it in auction, start at $50. If it doesn't go up, then you can always put it as a buy it now. But sports jerseys are a great thing. Hey, I want to remind you to subscribe and hit the like button, and remember that we're having a contest, and that contest is when we get to 300 subscribers. And what you do is you put a comment in the comment section that says contest and a tip that we gave you that has been helpful to you, and I will pick someone off of that when we get around 300, a little bit more maybe, and someone will win a $20 iTunes card. Now, we have been coming out while the coronavirus and all this is going on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Once things get back to normal, I plan to do more episodes. I'm doing less right now because there's not as much to show you. I have a lot still to talk about, but it's nice to be able to go shopping with us and see what we buy, see what we did sell. We're going to be doing one this week on what we sold in April. That's going to be interesting because I did one in the middle of April because we sold so much at the beginning. Then I did one over the weekend, last weekend, not this past, because we sold so much, but we're still selling. Weekends have been great. April has been great. I have a lot more. I have like 12 or 15 packages that went out today because they just keep going, and then some I had to go get boxes for, so I couldn't send everything out. So we're doing a lot of selling, and we're good. We want to show you what you need to sell on eBay, and sports jerseys are one of the big things you need to sell. We've done a video on records, if you like records, so look at that. We've done one on Wades, and we've done one on Disney pins. Those are good things that we like to sell, or I like to buy the Disney pins, but they're good to sell, and you don't make a ton on each, but you never know. So go watch those. I didn't go and look up the best selling jerseys because it varies, and I don't want to tell you get this and get that, and you never can tell. But if they're stitched and they have a good name, especially a vintage player or someone who's big playing right now, it's going to be worth a lot of money, and that's what you need to know. So this is RockinRobin. Why don't you go out there, look around, find something good, put it up on eBay or Poshmark or wherever it is that you sell your items online, and go make yourself some money. I'll be back on Wednesday. Make sure you share this and tell all your friends. Have a good day.